Starting out on a new career journey or wanting to move your current career further, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Canadian Career Coach. Hi, my name's Keith. And on this channel, what I'm going to focus on mostly is getting you ready, no matter what stage of your career journey that you're on, whether it's starting out or progressing further in something you've been doing for several years. It's all about the building blocks and getting the ingredients necessary to create the recipe that you want. Whether it's personal brand, resume, LinkedIn, cover letter, networking skills, interview prep. We're going to cover all that in a series of videos on this channel. Today we're going to kick it off with the most important part is personal brand, your why. What makes you tick? What's the unique value that you bring to a company? It's not about being the best and the brightest and the greatest. It's about adding something that they currently don't have that you are the solution for. You're no longer a candidate for that opportunity. You're a solution to their problem. And we're going to walk through how to articulate that today. Anyone who's met me in person knows I'm a huge Simon Sinek fan. The concept of start with why resonates on so many levels, especially on career advancement. Before you get into the skills you bring, what you're looking for, what you're targeting, it's getting down to the core, your own personal building blocks. Why do you want to do that? What makes you tick? What is your unique contribution to the environment, to the industry? And what's the impact of that contribution? I put a link in below to Simon Sinek's initial start with why, how leaders get people to follow them talk on YouTube many years ago. It was life-changing for me. I go back to confirm that I am still being true to my why and my unique value proposition. If you start chasing everything that seems attractive, that's when you start going madly off in all directions, and then your message gets a little bit blurred. So getting that key focus, your why really doesn't change a lot in your life. Most people have the thing that gets them out of bed every day built in, usually around, I think it's age 16 or 17, they say. How you will act on that why will change throughout your life based on your ability to, with the additional skills that you've got, the experiences that you've built up, where life takes you. But the reason you're doing that is pretty much set. I learned later in life that since the beginning of my career, I'm a connector. I connect people with opportunities, knowledge, and each other so that they can achieve their goals and do the same for other people as well. With all the jobs I've had over the past 35 years, don't do the math please, that's what I've always done. Or if my job wasn't directly connected to that, it was that connecting part of the job that got me out of bed every day, made me excited to go to work. And again, I learned a lot of that through Simon Sinek, the start with why, as I alluded to, and even more importantly, the how to find your why. Starting with why and having that message is wonderful, but how do I even begin to articulate that, to discover it myself? It's not coming up with the latest, coolest, sexiest tagline. It's really getting in and being unique. Several people might have the same why, but how they enact that will be different. Again, I'm a connector. That's what I've done, whether that's been in retail sales, automobile financing, IT strategy and leadership, career coaching, teaching students at the college and university level, corporate relationship management, and my current role working with Experiential Learning at one of Canada's premier universities. I bring people together to make exciting things happen, and I'm a catalyst in that. It's not the owner of it all, but the best way to describe it, again, another person I'll link to down below is Adam Savage, who you probably know him from Mythbusters from years ago, and most currently his YouTube channel Tested. Recently, he's a maker, he's a creator, which is amazing. I will never have the skills to be able to do what he's done and built. And for all those makers out there, you have my deepest admiration. But in addition to his making, while he's making, he has a channel on not how to do things, but his soul structure in his channel is this isn't a how-to video, this is a what happened video. And in one of his more recent videos, he had some issues and it didn't go well. Didn't have the result he wanted. At the end of this 4-hour build, he didn't have the result he was looking for. And that's okay. After a bit of a monologue and he's sort of thinking out loud, which is what makes his channel so great, he had this gem that he shared of, with all the many tasks and the skills that I have, I am mediocre at all of them. I am mediocre at all my key skills. My talent lies in my ability to combine that mediocrity to create things that are great. And I love that. It's not about, there's a phrase, jack of all trades, master of none, and that's a bit belittling and a bit self-deprecating, where he takes it to that level of, yes, mediocrity is good on a lot of things, but that doesn't mean it doesn't provide tremendous value. There is great skill in knowing how to combine the many things that you're good at to create something that no one else could have created. So, bit of a tangent there, I apologize, but both of these people are probably who affected me the most on my career search and have kept me grounded and given me the ability to look inward and not always chasing rainbows. It's about what do you bring to the table? What does Keith do for somebody each day? So I invite you to check them out. The key aspect that I love with Simon Sinek's book, Find Your Why, is, and it's not the be all and the end all, but it's the premise of, it's not crafting this wonderful marketing branding statement for yourself. Start off with a simple sentence, the simplest of sentences. The structure used and recommended is, on a piece of paper, write, I blank so that blank. Terrifyingly simple. In that first blank, you would write in, what's your contribution to organizations, to society, to those around you? What do you bring to the table? What do you love to do? What gets you out of bed every day? Even if you weren't being paid to do it, you'd probably still be doing it. That's what goes in that first blank, high level. The second blank is, what does that impact on those people, on those organizations, on the society that you're in? What's the result? So the sentence is, I blank so that blank. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I'm a connector. I connect people to services, knowledge, opportunities, and each other so they can achieve their goals and pay it forward and do the same for others. I changed that a little bit since my first iteration, which is also fine. It's not a built-in stone. You will live this truth out in many different ways, and it will morph over time, and that's okay. It's your statement. Change it at will. But you'll probably find the core of it never does change. So thinking about that, I'm going to leave you with, come up with the basic statement of what your why is. And I'd love to hear what you come up with and your thoughts on it and your questions around that or your comments on that down in the comments. So much of this channel is going to be based on your responses to my ramblings, my monologues, my diatribes. I'd love to get your feedback down in the comments. I'm just starting out this channel. If this interests you, please consider subscribing. If you're still watching it to this point, maybe I've been engaging enough for you to hit the like button. I hope so. There's lots of stuff I want to help with. I'm not selling my services. I used to get paid to do all this stuff, but I'm at a stage in my life where I just want to make sure as many people can benefit from the experiences that I've had. Combine all the stories of my mediocrity to hopefully create something of value and something great that will help you in your career journey. Thank you very much. See you online soon.